Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum, everybody out there on the internet. Welcome to Chatting with Tekken for April 2023. 2023. Um, so yeah, Chatting with Tekken, if you don't know, is three main things I talk about. So we've got videos I'm working on for the channel, changing the stuff on the channel, IRL stuff, and other videos I'm working on. There's subcategories, playthroughs and streams, vlogs, DIY do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos and other stuff I might be making for the channel. And the other two categories don't have subcategories because there are things that happened or didn't, with anecdotes and asides sprinkled in. I kind of need to like update that because it's a weird like it's a mess right now. Like the first two segments are kind of what I'm playing and like when I'm streaming. It's like I don't know. I have a better way to like organize or do this without having this like weird setup it is now, and I usually don't go through all these segments anyway, so it's kind of a mess. Whatever. Also, my laptop's on my lap, literally, so it might be a bit of a bounciness, and like because yeah, like I have a bunch of chords that are like hitting it, and it's moving every time, and there's a lot of movement, and I move around, so I'm sorry in advance. Um, but yeah, videos I'm working on right now. So let's see, Sunbreak just came out. I haven't started that. That's gonna start. Okay, so basically, like this is all like, since we're at the end of April into May, I'm hoping I will get all the stuff I'm about to talk about done in May. So Sunbreak, that just came out. I'll try to get through that, stream it, upload it. Let's see what else. Live a Live. Uh, there's a third thing. I need to hold up. I got like a bunch of different documents open on my phone because there's a bunch of games. It's effing Okay, let's pull this up real quick. Okay, Burning Shores. I just did that one. That DLC was awesome, and I'm annoyed because the final boss in the DLC is awesome, but I only have one save file, and I didn't save before the final boss, and I want to play it again, and I'm like, I have to play through the entire game and the DLC again just to like play that fight, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, I'll do it, but it's like now I have a reason to play New Game Plus because I'm like, man, I really want to play that final boss again. I wish I'd have saved, like, just made a save before that to like replay that section over and over again, but I didn't, so whatever, no big deal. But then that's the other thing is like you get a bunch of autosaves in that game, and I went back in my thing to like see if I like had another autosave before that, and it was too far out, and I was like, oh, Chris, you idiot. So yeah, that was fun. So there's that. I just had a light bulb go off in my head of something I was supposed to talk about at the beginning of the video. I'll get back to it after this section though. It's whatever. Resident Evil 4 I still have not played. So it came out at the end of March. I didn't play it at all in April, and I'm hoping to get through that in May as well. But yeah, those are the main games. The Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster came out. I got that. I picked that up. I I will start that after I finish 16 because it's like I want to go into 16 not having played any of like the old stuff to like taint my vision or like my experience of it. I mean, I already played a bit of the first one, but it's like I played like I played like the first 20 minutes or something like the very beginning. It's like it's whatever, nothing substantial. But yeah, currently on here, this is my game release list for the year. So we've got nothing for May. It's empty, so I'm hoping to make a lot of progress on my backlog, or just stuff I haven't played yet in May. I was actually in focus for once. And then 16, as we can see, comes out June. Nothing for July yet. Let me see if I zoom in if it's better or worse. Okay, whatever. But yeah, Sea of Stars, Baldur's Gate 3 in August. But then I was checking the dates, right? Starfield comes out a week after those two games. So it's like I was looking to see like what else is coming out this year that like has a known release date, and then Starfield is literally the next week, and I'm like, dude, the effing like that is like terrible because it's like there's two games. That's the other thing. It's like every time there's like okay, not every time, but it seems like at least in April, dude. April, all four of these games were clustered in like 2 dates. Like Horizon and Final Fantasy came out at the same time, and then or the Pixel Remaster, And then I'm sorry, Sunbreak and Live a Live came out at the same day, on the same week, same day, whatever. And it's like, dude, like the four games can't be spread out across an entire month. Of course not. And then Sea of Stars, Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield within a week. It's like, can I not have any time between these games? So it's like, I don't even know if I mean I will pick these up, but it's like I don't know if I'm gonna start them before Starfield because it's like what's the point, right? It's like if I'm waiting for Starfield, I'm waiting for Starfield. So and I was considering or not considering. I was thinking I would take vacation for Final Fantasy 16, but now I'm thinking I might not because it's like there's nothing else coming out like the next month after it, so it's like I can just focus on that game. And then I'm thinking I might take it for Starfield instead because it's got like if it is not as long and I get through it, then I still have Sea of Stars and Baldur's Gate 3 to fall back onto. But then also there's yeah, whatever. That's another can of worms. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing and streaming. I mean, that's why I should need to turn this segment into like what I'm playing and streaming, and not like what I'm playing and then what I'm streaming or whatever. What am I even talking about? I'm completely forgot what I was talking about. Videos I'm working on. Because videos I'm working on is whatever I'm playing and streaming. So it's like it's kind of a whatever natural flow into the thing. The next yeah, it's whatever. Like yeah, if I'm playing it, then I'm streaming it. So it's like I mean that's not always the case because in PlayStation Stars has some like man, I have something at my nose, but I can't like can I get that off? Okay, there we go. PlayStation Stars has like these campaigns sometimes of like play this game, do this, whatever. And so they had one recently of Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 remake, and it was like get to boss number 5 or something, or finish the 5th boss. So I did that, but I didn't do it on stream, so it's like whatever. Like, and there's one for Devil May Cry 5, which is like beat it on Dante Must Die difficulty. I'm not even sure what difficulty that is, so I might go back and stream that because I already played it on normal on PS4. So it's like maybe on PS5 I can do Dante Must Die mode. But then I think to unlock that you have to play it through once at least. So since I already did it on normal on PS4, I'm like maybe I'll just do Dante. I'll just play that on PS5 again, but then I'll do it. I'll do Dante Must Die mode, but I'm not even sure like how hard that one is. I'm like, can I even get through that? I'm like, I don't even know. It's like we'll see, I guess. So yeah, because I've never played any of those like higher than the like normal difficulty. So I'm like, I don't even know if I can do that. But yeah, videos I'm working on. That's not everything because Destiny. But like I said, I'm playing that very light right now because like yeah, I'm past 100 on the season pass. I'm at like 200 whatever. I'm getting close to 300. It's just ridiculous. So I've only, man, I jump in to see like what's available every week, and I'm like, what do I want to play in this stupid game? I'm not going to talk much about this stupid like Destiny because it's like I could go on about that game for like a long time because there's so much, there's just so much there. But like, it's like now I'm just like okay, trials. I can guess I can try. Maybe I don't know. I kind of like lost motivation to go flawless after I got that first week, and I was like, oh, I got flawless, so don't need to do it again. Like, what's the point? Adept weapon, adept mods, woohoo! Like, glowy armor, just don't care. So I'm like, yeah, got that done. That was nice. And it's like, yeah, that's the other thing. It's like if the vendor for the week isn't selling any good weapons, it's like I don't want to play. And if the map is like not one I like, then I don't want to play. So it's like, because it was, yeah, whatever. It's also just annoying because I think on my Titan I was playing one week. The week it was that the map on Nessus with like the snipe lane, and you have like the outside heavy or not the you have the inside heavy that's underground, and like you have the outside like platform B at B spot, and then like I was playing that one, right, and then I didn't get the mercy card on my Titan, and I went like 6 wins and I lost, and then I was like, dude, or 5 or 6, it's whatever. Like I was like, dude, I could have went flawless on my Titan if I would have just got mercy. So it's like every time now when I get a card, I'm just getting mercy because it's like I I mean, it's funny because it worked against me, right? Because it's like, you know, I was like wanting to get that double flawless loot drops, but then like the greed got me, and I didn't. So never again am I doing that. Um, I was playing Iron Banner because just to get the Ingrams, but then I don't think power's enabled because I'm getting killed by like 1600s, and I'm like, why is a 1600 person even doing anything to me at like 1800? So it's like it's I don't think power is enabled in Iron Banner, which is annoying. It's like I don't even think it's like as. But then I think like the power difference isn't as severe as it was in previously. So it's like it's there's also that. So I'm just like, dude, Disney fell off, man. Like got soft on PvP. So I'm just like, whatever. Like, dude, I mean, I already don't care. And we already talked about this game long enough. Let's just move on. It's like, yeah, that stupid game that starts with knee. I play it all the time, and I hate it. But I can't stop. And it's just the whole thing. I don't want to talk about it. Whatever. F that game. Um, let's see. I tried to start to get back into Final Fantasy 14. Um, I I I've got like a storage issue on my PS5 where it's like I'm constantly like hot like I'm constantly on low storage because there's too many games that are like really big because you've got Gran Turismo 7 which is like over 100 gigabytes, Destiny 2 is over 100 gigabytes. I had Horizon on there for a second to play the DLC and that was over 100 gigabytes and I'm like, dude, I have no space on this thing. So, and I'm not upgrading it because it's like I'm not spending the money until it's cheap to get storage upgrades. Um, 'Cause F that crap. And then it's like it takes no time. I mean, it takes a bit of time to like move your files around if you're just moving saves from external to internal. But it's like, dude, it costs like way less to like just get a 5 terabyte external drive for like $100. Can I get a 5 terabyte SSD for $100? No. So it's like that's why I'm not effing messing with that crap right now. So I'll just like move files around, and then when I've got space, I'll just put stuff here, put stuff there. But that's the thing with Final Fantasy 14 is PS5 version I can't play because I mean I could, but it's like it'd be taking up space on the SSD. So I just downloaded the PS4 version, and I was like, I don't even because for whatever reason I thought I couldn't play the PS4 version because I thought the licensing in that game was weird and didn't let me, but it does. So I'm playing that off the external now, but I haven't gone back to it after I recently downloaded it again. So yeah, but then I always have the itch to like just restart that game and like make a new character and play the MSQ because it's so good. But it's just like, oh, I don't have the time. So yeah, I am just effing rambling. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about okay, what am I working on? What am I playing? Let me do the thing I usually do and just look at my channel real quick. Before I look at my channel though, nice, nice toot my horn. I'll toot my own horn. Wow, I can't talk today. I'll toot my own horn here, burr, 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 and just like look what happened. Look what happened. I finally got 2,000 subscribers. It took many, many years to do this because I'm not good at YouTube, but I got there. So I said for the longest time when I get to 2,000, I will do a Mass Effect Evil Shepherd. Well, I said Renegade Shepherd, but I was thinking it over. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to be Renegade. I'm going to be evil. So it's like Evil Shepherd playthrough starting whenever I get the time because it's like, yeah, we've all seen the Paragon stuff. We've all played Paragon. Okay, I don't know if we've all played Paragon, but it's like, dude, it's like you can play Paragon, you can be Renegade, but you can be super evil in that game. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, after after my time spent on these dating apps, which have just sucked my soul out of me, it's time to indulge in some evil and just like shoot people in the face mid conversation, just like not cure the genophage, save Morden, which like Rex has to die, I think, to save Morden. It's like for the longest time I didn't even know you could save Morden and talk to him at the end. I was like, what? So I gotta do that. I gotta like, yeah, dude. It's like do all the evil things so that Morden can live. I'll just maybe that'll be the playthrough. It's like we save Morden at the expense of everybody else or whatever. Like the consequences are, because F it. Like I've been Paragon. So also Femship because I think all my playthroughs so far are my dude ship, and I had a Femship playthrough on PS3 or whatever, but I never went back to it. But I can always go back to it, so there's that, I guess. Um, Man, my brain. But yeah, add that to the list of stuff. Mass Effect, Evil Shepherd, 2000 sub celebration. And I completely... Oh, here we go. I was like, let me open my channel, see what I've been playing, so I can get back on track with this video. Alright, so since last time we taken, got that Flawless Trials passage. That was, whew, man. Man. Like, I didn't believe it when it happened. I was like, dude, did I just go flawless? I did. And it's like, well, I guess the commentary is on there, right? Because I haven't been able to edit it because I haven't. That's the other thing. I was supposed to edit that one down, like, without the load times and, like, make it more condensed and abridged. But then because of the storage stuff I was talking about, haven't been able to do that. Then I played the Horizon so I could get all the side stuff done. I got most of the side stuff done. Not all of it. There was a proving hunting ground or something I was missing. I didn't get until after I finished the DLC. I think. Actually, I think that is the case because I just got the platinum, right? So that was on stream when I did that too. So yeah, it's like I got the platinum. Got. I didn't get all the collectibles, so I didn't get everything done on the side stuff. It's like, dude, I got the platinum, so I honestly don't care. It's whatever. Went back and did a bunch of the side stuff, most of the side stuff, most of the main side stuff. That's not collectibles, which are kind of a pain. Podcast as always with me and Buff. I really want to start a solo series podcast. Like I haven't talked about this on here. I think I was like talking about like it's one of the things I was brainstorming and I hinted at, but it's like, dude, just every yeah, like whenever I have the channel with Tiggins, it's like there's so much of like a dump of like I just said dump. There's so much of like a what's another word for that that's not dump, but there's just like I have all this stuff that I need to unload. And it's just like these always end up being like way longer than they used to be. Like it used to be like 15 minutes for Channel Ticket. Now it's like 30 minutes to an hour, and it's like, dude, that's it's too long, Chris. What are you doing? So yeah, it's like if I do that, that would alleviate the time on these. Maybe get more views and watch time, so that'd be nice. But whatever. Destiny 2. We already talked about the trash. Forbidden West more. Yep. Got like I said, all the side stuff. Destiny, Forbidden West. Oh, dude, Buff totally backstabbed me in Fall Guys. That's on there. I'm gonna do. I'm adding this to the effing list. Okay, I have the share button clip still, so I'm gonna put this clip in Share Factory and just like loop it and effing like analyze it because he's all like, oh man, I totally just like threw the ball wrong or whatever that he said on Facebook. He's lying. He's stabbed me in the back with a bomb. Cause like yeah. What's worse than being stabbed in the back, having a bomb implanted in your back and blown up by your friend that's supposed to be helping you in the heat of battle, whatever. See, I'm still upset about it. Whatever. But yeah, Horizon on here, Destiny 2, and then Monster Hunter Rise because I thought that Sunbreak was out. It was not out, and it was on there the day before. I mean, there's a bunch of event quest stuff. You could get like the Laird armor. Well, no, it was weird because like the game made it seem like all that stuff was unlocked, but I don't know if it was. But I hadn't played in like a month or something, so it's like I kind of forgot how to play. So I just jumped in like to one hunt to be like, okay, well, maybe my muscle memory kicks in, and that's pretty cool because it did. Because I was like, wait, how do I do the skill thingies, like the silks, whatever the f? I was like, oh yeah, it's all coming back to me. It was really weird because I was like, dude, I haven't played this in a month. I'm gonna be super rusty, and like the first thing I do is like fight an elder dragon, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Didn't die. We got through it. Cause there's some community thing of like if you do 100,000 of these, there's some prize that we all get. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll just try to do that. But yeah, man. I'm looking at my phone and it's like upcoming alarm at 5 o'clock. Get ready for work. So it's currently, as you can see in the top left there. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Hold up. Anyway, hold up. Let me see if it can zoom in. Can it zoom in? No. Focus. Focus. It's like 4 effing. What is even? What's up with this dude? Like it was like working so much better earlier. Oh, maybe if I hold it over here, it does it. Anyway, it's kind of fuzzy. It's kind of effing not. But then I don't know, whatever. I don't know if you can see it. If you can't see it, I'll just read it. It's 5 o'clock. Get ready for work, and then it's 4:18 right now. So yeah. I mean, I'm fine. I had to be at work at like what 6:30, so it's like I just have things so I can not be late, and that's one of them. But then I need to take a shower today, so it's like ugh. So it's like yeah. I mean yeah, whatever. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, and it's just yeah. So I'll get it done. It's just I didn't know what day it was until I was like thinking about it, and I was like, "Oh crap! It's the last day of the month. I need to try and taken." So it's like, ugh. So there we go. So I don't forget, and then yeah, here I am. I've been going off the rails on another segment, not talking about videos I'm working on. All right, so yeah, man, I'm looking at my notes on this, and I guess I was like way more in depth on like what I was doing. But then it's like it doesn't need to be like it's like dude I'm playing game XYZ and I'm making my way through it, and when it's on the channel you'll see what I did, and it's gonna be in the description because I've been getting better at that. Besides just putting like playing through XYZ, I'll try to put like what did I do when I did that because yeah, I think that might help. But then also just like yeah, anyway, playthroughs and streams. I pretty much just talked about that because I need to redo this entire thing as far as like talk about views I'm working on. But then what I'm working on, like I said, is like that's gonna be the thing I'm playing and then I'm streaming. Usually. Except for very rare exceptions, like I said, the whole Shadow of the Colossus thing and the PlayStation Star stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, let me get this banged out and then be done with it, and then whatever. So I mean, and then I'm like, I could have did Shadow of the Colossus playthrough, but it's like, dude, I was playing on easy, and it's like I don't think anybody's like, if anything, I'm gonna get trolled for that as like, as far as like, oh, why are you playing easy? So it's like whatever, F it. Um, I already played it on PS2, and it's like, yeah, I never played the remake. I mean, it looks amazing, so it's like playing that for the first time. I was like, dude, this game looks awesome. So yeah, um, there's another. Oh yeah, Devil May Cry. I played Devil May Cry. I mean, whatever, dude. There's no games in May, so I'm hoping I can get through all this stuff. But then that being said, there is a game I added to my wish list. Let me look it up. So I was looking through games on my. Oh, there's a website I use that has like a release date and crap. But then I saw this game called Miasma Chronicles. I mean, I've seen it before, but like I wasn't like aware there's more gameplay of it that came out. It looks like it's tactical, like that one game. It's by the wow, I'm blanking on the name. The developers of the it's like XCOM with animals. That's like the catchphrase. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I'm not gonna remember, but like yeah, that. So I added that to my wish list, and then Redemption Reapers is like a tactical RPG. It came out already, and I looked up a review, but it was a negative review. Then some reviews are like, don't believe the reviews. So I have no idea what to believe anymore in that game. So whatever. So yeah, uh, I just closed it and I forgot the name. That's funny. Miasma Chronicles. I might be picking that up. We'll see. Uh, yeah, effing I'm trying to look that game up right now. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna end well because I can't multitask. Anyway, but yeah, that's the reason I'm working on the playthroughs and streams going on right now. It's like Destiny, every randomly getting pulled into a Rude Nightmares raid. I just need the arms on my Warlock, I think, to get all the raid armor for that character, and I'll just play it on the other two, and then I hope I get it. It's like if I don't, no big deal. Yeah, it's like I'm like at the point I'm so over it in that game where it's like I don't even care if I don't get what I'm looking for because it's like, well, there's always the next drop that you might get it, and it's like even then it's like, does it matter? Do I need it? No, because that's another recurring theme of the game. As I talked about last time, it's like not only is it a treadmill in space to nowhere, it's a torture treadmill, but you can't get off, and you're just like, oh, this is torturous. Wait, no, I didn't say that on the stream. On this, I said it on stream. I was talking about it, and I was like, dude, this is like a torture treadmill. Like you're on it. It's torture the entire time, but you can't get off, and you're just like, and you're just like, yeah, it sucks. It's just all negative, but you can't stop, and it's just, what the f am I doing with my life when I play this game? And just, it's a whole thing. We're not gonna talk about it because f that game. But yeah, moving on. But yeah, always in rotation because I'm in until final shape, and final shape is not until next year. So it's like every month that ticks away, I'm like, all right, 1 month closer to like never playing this trash again, and like we're getting it to the end, and dude, don't even get me started. I mean, I probably talked about this before. I don't know if I talked about it on this like specifically. I know I talked about it on the stream, but like the way Lightfall ended with like, oh man, witness gone away. Don't know what the veil is. It's like, are you effing kidding me? Get the F out of here, Bungie. Go F yourself. Garbage. Effing garbage. But I bought it, so they got me. It's like, oh yeah, and I didn't just buy it. I bought the deluxe edition for like $100. So it's like, oh, they got their money. They got to laugh all the way to the bank on that one. Good for them, effers. Um, play these in streams. Play these in streams. So yeah, I already talked about that. So all the May games. So Live a Live, Sunbreak. I'm trying to think if I can like remember these without looking it up on my phone here, but whatever. Live a Live, Sunbreak. I can't. And then hopefully Resident Evil 4 remake. Maybe that effing Miasma Chronicles game. Was that the name of it? I don't have it open in front of me. Yeah, because Redemption Reapers is the other one, which is RR. So yeah, I've just been repeating myself here for like 24 minutes. I'm so sorry. Kind of, sorted, not really. Whatever. Let's move on because it's like playthrough streams is basically just an extension of like videos I'm working on, and if I'm not working on it, I'm not gonna be playing it. If I'm not playing it, I'm not gonna be streaming it. So, not next section, vlogs. Not really a vlog, but man, I really do want to start a solo podcast series, and it's really itching. My brain is just like firing in like the synapses. And it's like I think the time is right because like we're at the beginning of a month, and then I also made like Instagram, but I haven't made any posts yet. So it's like the first post would be like whatever, and then just go with it, and I can just like yeah, and then tweet it out, blah blah blah. I got stuff to talk about that's in my brain or stuff on my brain I'm thinking about all the time. I don't know. I want to get around to it eventually, but it's like, dude, that's also like I think I talked about this last time, right? Where it's like the whole Discord thing, as far as like I got an idea of like what I want to do, but it's like there's all these ideas I have. They're just like way out there, and like I just haven't started them. But it's like if I start them, like to get from where I'm at, that I want to be, to where I want to go, and like what I want to do is just it's like yeah, from point A to point Z. It's like oh yeah, like it's not just yeah, having just hit 2,000 subscribers. It's like oh yeah, it's not yeah, it could take some time. It's not just like oh man, let me flip a light switch here and magically enable it, or magically it happens. Um, what else? So yeah, vlogs. That's it. Nothing new. Just a lot of brainstorming, brain power being wasted. I'm I'm not gonna say being wasted. But it's like I get like 2 breaks at work, and I just sit there for 30 minutes and think about things, and it's weird because I'm like, man, it's a whole thing because it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's like, I'm like, man, I have 30 minutes just to sit here and think to myself, this is weird, as opposed to whatever, or like being able to leave early. And it's like, yeah, and I'm not gonna do anything else because it's like I would have to walk, and I'm on my feet all day in that at that job, and I'm like, I'm not walking anywhere. I'm just gonna sit here and rest my legs. So that's the whole thing. And it's like my brain is just like, let me. All right, let's think about the bigger picture here. And it's like, no, I'm just trying to relax. It's like, well, you're gonna. Anywho, it's like, yeah, you can't block out your brain thinking, so you're not gonna stop me. Haha. That's not That's not the internal monologue I have, or like what it sounds like if I think to myself. Just if you're wondering, that's just I over exaggerate a lot, and that's one of them. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just focus, Chris. Focus. All right. How to DIY and other stuff. So I did want to do a video of like me like breaking down my PlayStation and cleaning it, but I still haven't done it, and I'm still terrified of it. But it needs to happen eventually because it started making that noise where like it's like the fans are they're not clogged, but it's like there's like dust, right? And it's like I need to like get in there and fix it, but it's like I don't really want to because it's like I don't want to effing break anything. But it's like man, I do like it when it's whisper quiet. I mean, it's still whisper quiet. It's just like when like initially the fans kick on, you can hear like a or like that's not the sound. I can't do it. I'd have to turn it on, but you know what it is. But then it's like not even when it turns on. Like it turns on, it's just fine. But like when it loads a game and like it's under like stress, it's like under a load of, you know, data crunching calculations, whatever the f. It's like oh, you hear that? That's the sound of the dust in the exhauster intake or whatever. And it's like I don't want. I don't want to. I mean, there is that thing where you can like put a vacuum thingy like right up to the thing and it sucks it out. But it's like I think you need like a very specific type of vacuum, or just like to have like a really good seal on the thing when you vacuum it. But it's like, dude, I'm not a big fan of like yeah, sticking a vacuum up to my PlayStation and just like and just yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if you know. I mean, I could just. I mean, that's your thing. Is like I could just treat it like every console I've had before and just go with it until it dies. And it's like, you know what? When it dies, and I just buy another one, whatever. And like this one's not that bad because it's digital only, so it's like I wouldn't not be able to play any games because of the disc tray, because I don't use a disc tray. It's all digital, so it's like actually I might just do that because it's like if they put out any other ones in the future, they probably have bigger internal storage anyway, and I can just swap out the drive that's in that one, put in the one that's not dead, and I get all my saves and everything's carried over. I think that's how that works, or it should be. If it isn't, whatever. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it's just. I mean, at the very least, I could probably just like find someone that like does the service at like some repair place that's like, oh yeah, we fix PS5s, but it's like mine's not broken. I just want you to clean it, please, because I don't want to kill it with my own hands by like oopsing it and butterfingering it, because that would happen. Because yeah, I can imagine that one. I mean, okay, here's the thing: is like I have PTSD from like back in the day. I tried to fix my PS2 and it had a disc reader and I effed it. So it's all right. Okay, I didn't F it. That's not the that's not the wording we should use. I I ki- I made it worse and it didn't work and it died and I had to get it fixed anyway. And I was like, dude, if I just you know, I mean that being said, I mean I don't know that it's like a weird thing for me because it's like I do computer repair stuff, but it's like if I'm working on, I think that's the thing is like it's just something I never like I'm not used to doing on my consoles. So it's like that's I don't yeah it's like and I don't want to break them. And it's like dude, I think that's the thing is like, I just need to like practice and then just it's not gonna as stress me out like I'm playing Operation or something like it is now. And if I'm just like once I do it once and like I mean yeah because I have put hard drives in them and like upgraded them and stuff. But it's like I guess in my brain I'm just thinking there's like a non-0% fail rate of like I could break this and it's dead, and I just bricked a $500 console, and it's like it's like who cares about a bit of a bit like who cares about some dust noise when like that's the worst. Yeah, I also tend to think in like worst case scenario. So there's that. So it's like worst case scenario is consoles dying and having to replace them. Let's just not bother. So yeah. Yeah. Changes to stuff on the channel. Also, sorry, like I had the mic like where I wouldn't have like when I breathe through my nose like that and it doesn't pick up, but I guess it somehow has moved back into that space. Whatever. Sorry about that. Changes the stuff on the channel. Nothing changing lately. I've still got this thing on here from like whenever ago about oh man, I want to do the new challenge trailer. Effing, it's happening. It's happening. It's never happened. And like 2025 stuff, it's like, dude, I'm getting like as bad as a game publisher about like let's announce stuff super early. And then yeah, as you can see, IRL section is like empty. There's stuff under it, but that's like all old stuff because it's from it's from the quarantine end, and I wanted to like or the beginning of COVID quarantine when I just wanted to like keep it there. And yeah, so yeah, IRL stuff. So Activision Blizzard, I thought that deal was going through. I guess it's not. So yay, because I mean, even dude, it's like after I've said this before, but like after I played God of War, man, I was like, dude, they can have Activision. Like it's like it's not something that's like in the short term going to help them. In the long term, yeah, but it's like 10 years out, maybe like at minimum. Like they just don't have the games right now, like on Xbox. It's just they don't have first party. They're not able to have the output. They can't even. I would say yeah. It's like they can't even get to the point where they're like PlayStation. Where like if like a guaranteed like at least one game every year. They'll be like, oh, I'm looking forward to that. It was kind of slow at launch, which was like to be expected. But like after coming off of PS4, when it's just like hit after hit after hit, it's like And then we got what was it? I can't think of the Housemarque game right now. That one I didn't play because I'm not in the roguelikes in the Ratchet and Clank. That was like the second year I think. In the first year we had Demon Souls and Spider-Man. And we're in third year, right? Because it was 2020, 2021, 2022. Oh, wait, no. Third year was last year. Because, yeah, 2020 and then 2020, Spider-Man, Demon Souls, 2021, Ratchet, and that Housemarque game I can't think of with the astronaut lady. That's roguelike. Sorry, I can't remember the name. 2022 was Horizon, Gran Turismo, and God of War, and then this year we've got Spider-Man 2. I mean, we haven't seen it or know when the release date is, but they did say the date, so it's like, yeah, they're pretty good. So it's like, my only cause of concern is like I hope they would like don't pivot focus to VR2 with any internal teams, and they just have like I hope they just like internally when they develop for VR2, it's like they either when they do it in house, it's like they do it after or like not not in parallel to like when they're developing for a console. They just like do like one game at a time, or they have like teams within each studio that's like we're just gonna focus on VR2 with this team, and then like the other team or the rest of the team, development team doesn't like get like slowed down because of that. Because it's like ugh. Because I guess that might be the case though. Because if you look at the Horizon game that came out, and I don't think Burning Shores probably got like derailed too bad because that was like a year after. So it's like yeah. So I don't know. I haven't read any like interviews with like any of the teams or whatever to see like what they're doing over there. So it's like that. But yeah, because I'm kind of over VR too. I'm over VR in general. So I'm just like whatever, man. I could care less. So yeah, and I'm not picking that up until it gets a steep price cut because VR1 I got burned on that, and I'm not doing it again, and I barely ever play it, and I'm like, dude, you know what? Like, I don't even care about VR. Like, I am just fine with my games that I can play with the controller and not have something on my face to be like, oh, I'm in the world. Oh, so whatever, don't need it. I mean, it's probably a neat experience, but until it's cheaper, I am not gonna worry about it. Also, there's a Factor on 50 Games about he talked about their their rumored handheld that's like all cloud gaming and like how they're doing it the cheap way and like not the smart way. It's whatever, dude. It's until it's like not rumored, I'm not gonna whatever. But I just don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, I know why they wouldn't. It's like because they don't have. It's weird like thinking about it because it's like I feel like they have the quality of like Nintendo first party, right? But it's like I guess they just don't have the robustness of it because Nintendo puts out a handheld. I mean that's the thing though. Is like I feel like that's not like the way they're going about it it's like not the right step because if you look at Switch, the reason it is like so good and like so successful is it is like two in one. It's a handheld and a console. Like you, like I think we can look at the success of it and like how it's done and be like handhelds are over kind of like you don't unless it's like the Game Pass Play, right, where it's like you just need an app on some device with a screen and it's just like okay, well the GPU is in the cloud, like it's not locally. You just stream it through the cloud, or you just somehow get it to some device that doesn't have the computation because it's just playing it through the cloud or streaming it, or it's not. It's offloading all of the like the graphical comput. I keep saying computations, calculations, or whatever. All the stuff to get to get the game running and like the GPU and all that stuff, the CPU, all the numbers and teraflops, gigahertz, all that, all the guts of like the working inner workings is like offloaded somewhere else, and then like that just gets beamed into like whatever screen are you looking at. But the thing with that is like it's very internet intensive as far as like bitrate or not bitrate, bandwidth. Yes, so it's like certain regions wouldn't be able to like use it, so it's not something that every user would be able to get and just pick up off the shelf and be like, oh, or download and be like, all right, let's play this game because it's very, what region are you in and like how's your internet? So there's that. Uh, Man, that got weird. That was some IRL talk. Sure, yeah, yeah. Like, let's talk about the Activision Blizzard thing, and then completely go all over the place. And that's why I need a podcast because my brain is just it does that. Would you like a pinball of thoughts and things I'm thinking about in like 5 minutes? Or like Buff said, like give me a sentence I can make a paragraph or something. That's yeah. I think that should be the tagline. It's like, oh, you want me to give you a sentence back? Well, I can give you a paragraph. I can give you a book. How about that? Anyway, okay, maybe not like always a book, but like it's gonna be like longer. If you want like a one word response, sure, but it's gonna be like, you know, not what you're. I mean, if that's what you want, sure, I can do that too. Whatever. But like it's like sentences tend to like keep going on until they're paragraphs. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that was maybe too much or more than you wanted. But yeah. I mean, I guess it could also get into like the whole dating app thing on here, but I'm not going to in the IRL section. Let's leave it alone. But like currently, this isn't this is pretty empty. Uh, June going forward, so I'm hoping after Summer Game Fest in June that we get the second half of the year release dates for all the games that we're looking forward to that are coming out, or just we know it's coming out in the second half of the year after E3, or well, E3 is dead this year, so that pour one out. But Summer Game Fest, I don't really like the Jeff Keighley stuff, so I'm kind of like whatever on it. But looking forward to new and more game information, and then it works out too because it's Final Fantasy's in June, so it's like I can just not because yeah, like my thing is empty now until June, except for I forgot the name again. It's like not Redemption Reapers, but the other one, Miasma Chronicles. So it's like except for Miasma Chronicles, I've got like what one game until the new games are shown, and then hopefully in the second half of the year. Well, I don't even. Well, that's the thing is like I don't even have Starfield on here, so yeah, I'm gonna update this and like tweet it out tomorrow because I'm gonna be like, all right, I got my. Now that we're in May, I can look forward to the summer and second half of the games of the year, but we don't know Spider-Man's date, and then Forza is also this year. So, oh, speaking of Forza, dude, I dropped the ball on that. I'm gonna try to get back on that deep dive kind kind of dropped the ball. I super dropped the ball. I don't know, man. It's like I think what I'm gonna try to do is just play a bit every day of that game, and then just like I said, get to like level 25, go to the next one, and then just whatever. So it's like it could be like an hour or 3 hours. Like at this point, I'm just like I don't want to like not do this in the year that can, like another one's coming out. And then also with like 16 coming out, like that's too many entries to like do something for Final Fantasy. It's like the year for the anniversary, but like what I'm gonna do instead, it's like after 16 comes out and I finish it, right? Because I plan on doing that. I'm just gonna play my way backwards to the first game. That's in my brain. That's what I'm thinking. Is like I'll play all the numbered entries, right? Even the sequels, sure, not the spin-offs. Just like if it's a mainline title, crap. That means I have to play the after years, doesn't it? Oh, I just effed myself on that one. Whatever. So it's like so like one, two, three, four after years, five, six, seven, seven remake part two. Ooh, how am I gonna do that one? That's because remake part two is not out yet. So I think I'll just do seven for now. Come back to remake and then remake part two when that comes out. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, not 11 because 11's MMO. I don't know if you can play. I don't. Yeah, I don't think there's an MSQ type experience for that one. So it's like, sorry, 11, not playing you. So it's like, except for 11, 12, 13, 13 2, 13 Lightning Returns. Yeah, 14 MSQ revisit, and I mean I'm not gonna get this done all in 1 year. I think this is gonna take like a while because it's like unless I just do because I'm awesome, but we'll see what happens. And like yeah, 14, 15, 16, and oh we'll start at 16, but then work our way back because I haven't played 15 either because I was playing Theater of Them and I was like, man, some of these tracks are pretty awesome. I mean I played it on Game Pass and I put it down. I didn't go back to it. And it's on the Plus collection, so I have it free with PS5, which is nice. But I think I picked up the season pass when it was on sale. But whatever. I love how I just like said that at the end when it's like that could have been in like playthroughs or whatever that. But it's like I don't know when to get around to that. And if I do start it, it'll be after I finish 16. So it's like something to look forward to. Whatever. And we are 42 minutes in. I think it's good to stop. Hey, 42. Great, great. Everyone's or the yeah. If you know you know 42. But yeah. We're going to end it here. And then, yeah, I do have at the bottom of this thing, if you're wondering, like, what does that say? It says Missing in Action, Little Devil Inside, which was supposed to come out last year, and Unsung Story, which I backed on Kickstarter, which is in early access on Steam. I think is mostly done because they stopped giving us updates. But guess what? I still don't have my copy. So, what the F, Little Orbit? Where's my effing game? But yeah, there should be like hopefully something on that soon, or maybe I don't know. It's whatever. Like the console version, it exists. It's not out yet. The PC version, like super duper exists. I need to get my early access key off of effing Discord from those bleep larps. I think that's everything. I mean, I didn't talk about politics in this video, but it's like, dude, I just do like the whole separate thing for politics at this point because it's just, yeah, it's just because it's like, yeah, once you start talking about one thing, it's like yeah, it's like let's not add on to the ridiculousness that was Chai Taken. But then I need a name for that. But then I think I might need a separate channel as well because it's like, dude, like I said last time, it's like just chop it up into pieces, like all the different things, because it's like just because even I'm sorry to keep going, but like I just thought of something. Like I watched a recap video of Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals, the comic series or like the comic event. I was like, man, I really miss when I was making comic videos on my channel. So it's like, I think it's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna like split the channel into like multiple parts. I mean, it's fine, right? It works out because it's like we're at 2,000. So it's like if I can get 1 to 2,000, I can get like, and I got like 5 to 2,000. That's like cumulatively that's 10,000. So it's like, challenge accepted, whatever. But like it works in my brain when I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, and just yeah. But it's all part of the whole weird plan I have that I'm always thinking about and never putting into fruition or like working towards. I'm always like, man, I'm brainstorming all the time and I'm not really like, yeah, it's like G.I. Joe. It's like knowing the battle is half the battle, but the other half of the battle is fighting the battle. It's like I know the battle, I just need to fight the battle. I think I'll end there. That's a nice end off. G.I. Joe. Also, that New Transformers of action looks like it might not be terrible, but it looks okay. Here's the thing. It's like it doesn't look terrible, but like the lore is a mess because it's like if they were in the 90s, wasn't the 2003 movie or whatever like about them coming back to Earth to stop the Decepticons from transforming the technology and like taking over the world. So it's like, how does that work if they're already here? But maybe they explain it. I'm expecting time travel shenanigans or like space bridge nonsense, but whatever, dude. Like I like when the latest trailer when they had Unicron that got me, man. It's like that once they said that and they showed it, I was like, ooh, like I felt a tingle in my heart. I was like, ooh, I was like, they got me. But that being said, I'm probably not going to see it because I haven't seen a movie since Joker in like 2019. So I still haven't been in the theater since pandemic era. So whatever. All right, we're in it there. So yeah, Shay Tekken. Ah, sometimes I do these and I'm like, I think of something after the fact. I'm like, did I forget something? Did I want to say something? And it's like I do, and I'm like, So I might start doing that too. It's like, oh man, I forgot to talk about this thing. But then whatever if I do, right? Gotta get ready for work. Gotta take a shower. Oh, I almost forgot to record this because I forgot what day it was. But yeah, Chairman Taken, that is it for April 2023. All the links to all the crap, or all the links to all the stuff in the description. So yeah, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends, or not. That's cool too. Um, so yeah, until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And now, signing off.